What's up, guys? How's it going? Mike the Tech here, and we have an exciting one for you today. This is the KEFEYA 32-inch portable smart TV. That's right, it's not just a TV, it has a full Android device built in, and not just a full Android device. What I mean by full is if you unplug this from the wall, it has its own battery built in, so you can roll it around your house without having to worry about keeping it plugged in. It's going to run for quite some time, quite a few hours, just on the internal battery. And it's just a really, really cool device. Now, I'm going to get more into what this can do in just a moment, but we can go ahead and do a quick overview of the unboxing here, so you'll see what the kind of device looks like when you're putting it together. I will say the base is extremely heavy because it is keeping this super secure. This is on carpet right now, and it is not going to fall over or anything. It's got wheels on the bottom so it can slide around really easily. On carpet, it's not so much, easy to slide, especially if it's a really thick, fluffy carpet, but I can still roll it around. It's more meant for, like, in the kitchen or in anywhere with hardwood flooring in an office environment, and just roll these around and do it that way. Now, like I said, this has a full Android device built in, so let's go ahead and look at these specs real quick. We're going to go up here to About Tablet. This is a touchscreen. And you'll see we are running Android 15. If we head up to storage, we have 128 gigabytes of internal space. So you can keep all of your apps, all of your videos, you can keep local stuff on here. So even if you're not online, you can still use all those games, devices. You can use a camera for recording. You can plug in USB devices to the side. Whatever you'd like to do, it's going to work as a full Android TV environment. All right, so I wanted to go in and confirm some of the specs. So we are on Android 15. This is a 1080p 1200:1 contrast ratio screen, and it does have 8 gigabytes of memory here, actually. It says 8.3 gigabytes of memory, which is kind of cool. I didn't expect it to actually have 8. I thought it'd be maybe 3 plus, 5 on the drive itself or something. But in dev mode, it reports 8.3, so that's pretty cool. I could be wrong on that, but I will say it runs pretty speedy. It works really well, so I wouldn't actually be surprised. We've got all the fancy features like gestures and things like that, but we also have the remote control, which has Air Mouse built in, which I absolutely love. Air Mouse is a great feature, and definitely recommend it. It makes things super easy when you're just hanging out on the couch and you want to watch some stuff or whatever. But of course, this is a touchscreen, so you get both options. Best of both worlds. Now, you might say, how's the brightness of the screen? Well, let's just say I have it all the way turned off, basically. And I have the extra dim mode, because on the screen or on the camera, if I turn this all the way up, it is so bright. So, yes, it is a very bright screen. The only reason I actually lower it is so it shows up better on camera. And you'll see that I can lower it pretty much all the way down, and it gets a really clean view on camera. So, yeah, definitely great for streaming. It's great for product demonstrations like doing here. I can say, like, oh, check out this cool remote, and then show on the screen. And like, oh, look at this new device. And then on the screen, show that device, which is great. You can even use it as a drawing pad, so you can draw onto the screen and do all that whiteboard stuff. But yeah, definitely a solid device. So 128 gigs is more than enough to install quite a few games, download videos, movies, things like that, especially if let's say you have a cookbook or a playlist of videos that you like to watch when you're cooking. You can download those, download all your music, and play it directly. It does have built-in speakers, 2 speakers in the back, which sound really good. They're not it's not like crazy bass or anything, but it's not bad either. It's going to give you a solid tablet sounding sound with a much larger driver driving it. So it's not bad. You're not going to expect a crazy subwoofer, but aside from that, it's really, really good. If you notice in the back, we actually have a USB-C device, or a USB-C input. We have a USB-A input, which I'm using for a wireless keyboard and mouse, and a HDMI input. Now, the interesting thing here is this HDMI doesn't go directly into the monitor. It's actually a capture device. So when you're in Android, you open up the app that says HDMI input, and it's going to connect to this and show it full screen. The really cool thing about that is you're still in Android, so you can actually use your screen to record it. That's kind of crazy. Didn't expect that out of this one, but yeah, we also have a few microphones here. So it has spatial dynamic microphones, so it'll pick up voices even if you're walking around the room. And then we have a USB-C slot on top. Now, why would we have one here? This is because they actually sell their own custom camera that just slots right on top, and that's built into it. Now, the form factor of this, I actually really, really like. If I go over here, we're in portrait mode, so we can actually scroll up and down and take a look at what's on the screen, swipe around and see it. But as you can see here, there's a lot more it can do. So I could raise it up, I could raise it down very easily with one hand. I can turn it, and it will automatically orient properly. You can raise or lower and adjust the tilt. So you can actually be like, let's say you're like laying in bed or just chilling back. You could have this tilted down so that you could look up at it. Or what I think is actually cooler is bring it all the way down and tilt it all the way up and use it like an art pad. There are so many uses for this device. It's actually crazy. So obviously, I'm a very big fan of this device, and if you take a look, it's actually on sale for more than half off. You can get this for $600. It's basically an entire computer built into a touchscreen, a 32-inch touchscreen at that. It's no small feat, and it comes with its own remote and everything. So very, very solid device from KEFEYA. Again, this is the M-01 32-inch portable smart TV. I'll put a link to them in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the leave them in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to answer them. Hope you have a good one, and peace.